0.4% or so. Let's get our experts on board then. We've got Lancelot Dikuna as well as Rajesh Palviya. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for taking the time. And before we come to you, we're going to talk about the stock of the day, which we've chosen as, in fact, the Avenue Supermart, in other words. Jay Devi is asking about this. She's bought at levels of 298, and she's wondering whether hold or sell. And this is quite a... I'm not even certain about the buy price. Rajesh, I think she might have meant 2,980. But what would you do with something that you're holding right now?
So I would suggest, she should hold the position, as overall structure for the stock is on the bullish side, though some consolidation is happening in the stock since last couple of weeks. But looking at the overall long-term structure, it's in the bullish trajectory only till stock is holding above 4,400, 4,500 level. Trend is likely to remain on the bullish side. Once stock manages to cross above 4,950 zone, then maybe possible upside target or rally can extend to 5,400 kind of level on the long-term perspective. So I think for long-term, yes, our recommendation would be to hold on DMart.
All right, understood. The next question is below that price. Rajesh, for somebody who's holding at such elevated levels and the stock has given us negative returns in the last 6 months, do you see any sort of upside from here on? And the time period is 1 year, so they can hold up to 1 year.
So if I analyze on multiple time frame, stock is in downtrend. The series of lower top, lower bottom formation is there in the stock on the weekly as well as on the daily chart. Still, in this recent up move, stock not manages to cross its previous swing high also. Stock is trailing below to all its near-term, short-term moving averages. So overall structure is on the weaker side for the tech solution. Even if I think if I take a view for 1 year time frame, still underperformance is likely to be there in this stock, as the longer term structure is on the bearish side. So at this moment, as already bought and holding the position in losses. So I think now one should follow the strict stop loss, because 18 rupees is a very strict stop loss to follow if you are holding the position even at current level also. Because if it slips below to 18 rupees, then maybe further more downside we can see towards 14 level also. On the higher side, 24, 25 is the immediate challenging level for the stock on the higher side. If it crosses 24, then there is some possibility to recover to the purchase price. But our advice would be, if you get opportunity near to your purchase price, you should try to exit from this stock and switch it to some other stocks.
Got it. Grinwell Norton is the next counter that we're talking about. This is a question from Suresh Babu. He's writing in from Hyderabad. He's the question right. He's got Oracle Financial Services, OFSS, and he's trading options. He's got 11,200 call, which he's bought at 158, and he's asking whether to hold. I'm assuming that this is for the July expiry. Rajesh, any view on this one?
See, overall structure for OFSS is on the bullish side. Very strong buying action we have witnessed in the last month, and again, follow-up buying action is taken place in this stock. So a flat formation breakout is already done on a daily chart. He has bought a very out of money call option of 11,200. That is a very extreme strike from the current market price. I think at this moment, till the stock is holding above 10,000 level, there is a high possibility that stock may attempt to continue furthermore upside, and possible upside we can see towards 10,700, 10,600 kind of zone. When the stock moves around those level, I think at that time he should try to exit from this call option. I think at that time this call option will move to around 220, 230 kind of zone. So I think that would be the area where he should try to book profits. But at this juncture, 10,000 should be the stop loss to hold the position in this call option. If it breaks below 10,000 level on spot level, cash level, he should try to exit. So that would be the stop loss I'll suggest.
All right. Next question is from Shikha, who's talking about two counters, Devyani International and Restaurant Brands Asia. The question is that should you accumulate at this point? Now, both the counters have done nothing in the last 1 year. In fact, have given pretty much negative returns. Lancelot,
Last 550. Rajesh, what's the view? It's a stock that has gained over 25% over the last month.
So definitely, I believe that the way stock is now, managed to give breakout of rounding bottom formation on weekly as well as on the daily chart, that clearly shows that, yes, there is a high possibility that, stock will continue its upward trajectory, and then the sector tailwind is also there. Most of the fertilizer stocks are, moving up in anticipation of some positive announcement in upcoming budget. So I think, yes, there is a high possibility 550 target would be there in a short period of time. At this juncture, I would advise to keep a stop loss of 505 to hold the long position.
all right. Next counter is Infibeam Avenues. The question is from GC Prakash. They say they bought the counter at a price of 23 rupees. It's currently trading above that price. It has doubled in the last 1 year as well. Lancelot, do you see this sort of trajectory continuing for the counter from a longer term perspective, of course?
So unfortunately, I don't really track this company, so I don't have much information on it.
Okay, Rajesh, could you tell us the key levels and if you have a target on this one? Infibeam Avenues.
So stock has moved up, but again, since last couple of weeks, there is, supply pressure in the stock, and stock corrected from its recent high. Looking at the near-term, short-term structure, it's in consolidation. A lower side support area is placed at around 28-29 rupees. So if it breaks below 28 rupees, then possible, down move can extend further. Though since last couple of weeks, there is a sustained supply pressure is there in the stock. On the higher side, the immediate supply zone is placed at around 34-35 zone. Until the stock not crosses those levels, may remain under pressure for any kind of minor pullback. So I think keep your stop loss around 28, and if it's you break out over 35, then yes, stock may attempt to again move further higher to 40-42 zone.
Got it. State Bank of India, this is a question coming in from Dilesh Joshi. He's writing in from Mumbai and he wants to know whether to buy at this current level.
Massive upside in the counter in the last 1 year.
So since last 4 months, stock is considering very tight range. Stock is moving in range of 5,800 on the downside, and on the higher side, 6,900 is the upper band for this consolidation. Though long-term structure for the stock is on the bullish side, after a strong rally since last 4 months, it's in consolidation. We believe that the way market the broader market is behaving, there is a high possibility that stock may attempt to break out on the higher side of its consolidation range. So 6,950 needs to be watched on the higher side. If it crosses those levels, then next target would be around 7,500 to 7,700 on the higher side. So he may hold the position. At this juncture, we would advise to keep a stop loss of around 6,100 to hold the long positions.
Got it. All right. That brings us to the end, unfortunately, of this edition of Ask Profit. Lancelot as well as Rajesh, thank you so much for joining in and for all the valuable advice that you dispensed over the course of the last half hour. And viewers, well, I hope that this conversation has been beneficial to you and the stocks that we've discussed today have helped you in some way. That brings us to the end of this edition of Ask Profit. From Smriti and myself and the team that put this show together, that's all, but lots more coming up over the course of the day. Do stay tuned.